Hello. I just thought I'd hit play. I haven't really, it's been a while. Hello, how are you? My name's Natasha, if you don't know who I am and you haven't seen any of my videos before. I do videos on health and well-being and spirituality and you name it, anything to do with like self-development, spirituality, that's me. So take a look at my other videos if you would like. Today I'm going to be talking about speaking your truth and what that means and the power of it and the complexities of it, because there's been a few situations, particularly recently, where I've had situations where, either truth bombs have come my way, or I've given out truth bombs, or I've been in scenarios where it's just flowed and it's been amazing. And it's just made me think about what truth means, what speaking your truth actually is all about. And I think there's lots of different complexities and layers to speaking your truth. So exciting. Because we all speak our, we attempt, or we are responsible citizens. If we were walking around lying all day, it wouldn't be a very good way to live, would it? So we obviously are attempting to speak our truth on a daily basis. It's not always like that though, is it? It wouldn't be a good way to live, would it, if we weren't attempting to speak our truth. But I think there's lots of different ways that we speak our truth. And I don't know about you, but there's been times where I've, in the moment, just spoken my truth in a reactionary sense, or perhaps I didn't speak my truth in a situation where I really wanted to speak my truth. It might be in a meeting or something, and I'm not feeling like I can speak my truth, and I wanted to speak my truth, and or I did, and it went really well. Or when you might speak your truth to a group of people about something that you really believe in and how that makes you feel. You might speak your truth carefully or directed to someone, and speaking your truth about how you really feel about that person or the situation that you're in, and dealing with the repercussions of that, because sometimes that doesn't go down too well, sometimes it does, and it's fantastic. And there's so many different ways that we speak our truth in situations, and it's just I've been thinking, there's a lot of power. We are gifted really in being able to speak our truth in these different scenarios, and we have the power to, with our words, to be able to dramatically affect something, someone, ourselves, in what we're saying. And it's a privilege that I don't think that we realise sometimes that we have. And having those times where it just flows and you're speaking your truth, how good does that feel, in your gut, when you're saying something and it just feels like, oh, this is all just coming out. It just feels like it's coming from like some sort of place of, in divine inspiration and beauty, and it's just like, oh, it's just all coming out, and I love those moments. And those times where you might have, the ability to be able to really think for a while about what you're going to say, or you're presented with a situation or a scenario where it's time. It's really time to really take action and speak your truth about something. And you don't know how it's going to go down, but you have to do it. And you have to sit down and really think about what you're going to say, and plan those times and really feel into how you're feeling about something and speak your truth. And times when you speak your truth and it goes badly, it goes really badly, and you're like, damn, did I make a mistake doing that? Was that the worst thing I could have done? And you walk away and you think, my goodness, was that good? Was that bad? I don't know, but whoa, I feel like it's off my chest now. And those times where you have to really reflect on what you've just done and do it anyway, you know. So I think, you know, there's a lot of things that come with that. You know, you've got to use your discernment when you're speaking your truth. You've got to use your gut. You know, what's going on here? What's it telling you? Are you feeling that what you're going to say is really true for you? Because when you do speak from your truth, you know, there's a shift. There's what I would call an energetic shift, that you've moved into a place more. You know, you're coming from a place of power again. You're stepping into your own power when you do speak your truth in a way that's right, I think. Dicey saying that, but you know, I think you know what I mean by that. You can kind of gauge when it's right and when it's wrong or whatever. And you know, I think there are scenarios that come our way to help expand us. You know, they put you in a situation or a difficult situation where you have to face what your truth means for you and speak up about what you're going to do, or speak up about how you feel. And you know, whatever the impact is of that, you either feel fantastic for doing it or you learn from it. You know, you learn from it. And you must always think about, it's that tricky line of, you've got to be able to be true to who you are, at the same time being aware of how it's going to impact the scenario you're in, you know, but not always letting that stop you, but being aware of the impact that you're going to have, because that's the power of your words, that's the power of what you're saying, you know, and how that's going to affect somebody else, or how that's going to affect the scenario, how that's going to affect the people, is important for you to note. You know, it's not something to step aside and be like, I'm the only one that matters here, you know, it's only about me. No, you see, because the power of what you say impacts other people too. But then you've got to say what you got to say sometimes, you know, and sometimes it's good for the other people, or you know, whatever you need to get across. So I think that when you can tune into what you're saying first, I think that's the best way. You know, there might be some times where you might react and say what your truth is in a reactionary moment, and it might be true for you and that moment, but maybe the next day it ain't that true for you anymore, you know. It was true for you then, maybe not so true for me the day after, you know. So I think you know, you really got to think about what that truth means for you, you know. And is it going to be something that you're going to be able to stand by against? Is it something that you really believe in? Is it something that you're going to be able to say, until the day I die, this is how I'm going to feel? I think that's a tall order, because, you know, we change and we grow and we don't know. But you know, you can only go with what your gut is. But is it a momentary truth, or is it a long-term truth, or is it your belief? Is it something that you really believe in, you have faith in, you know? And the number one thing that I was going to say in this video is that whenever you're speaking your truth, you must always speak your truth to who? Can you guess what I'm going to say? I think my belly just did. To yourself, you know. You've got to be able to speak your truth to you first. You've got to know what your truth is to yourself before you speak it to other people. Because if you don't know what your truth is, then, you know, it's not, you know, you have to know what your truth is first, really, and be honest with yourself about what you're feeling about something before you take action, or before you open your mouth, ideally. But it's not always like that. But I think it is really good to just reflect on it, reflect on the good, the bad, the great, the sad, you know, how it's gone down. And that's what I've been doing a lot recently, and I'm just thinking about the impact of those actions of truth when we do speak our truth. So that's my little word on truth and speaking on truth. So it's, in essence, it's a privilege, it's a power, it's a way for you to shift and grow in your own being, your own skin, and to affect people around you, whether that's positively, negatively, truthfully, whatever. It's all there for you to take the power for. And I'm gonna end on the Louise Hay 4 cards again for you, because I did it once before and I thought it's quite fun, so I'm gonna do it again. So I'm just gonna just feel into this. What we're gonna get? Something's just fallen out here. I've got, I am connected to all life. Is that what it says? I am connected to all life. Ooh, that's nice. And on our affirmation is, I am spirit, light, energy, vibration, colour and love. I am connected with every person on the planet and with all of life. That's nice. There you go. So anyway, have a lovely day, lovely week, a lovely life. Bye.